The midwife's sharp clap cuts through the quiet air just before sunrise. That sound marks your entrance into a world built on steel, discipline, and expectation. It's the year of the dragon, but right now, you're less legendary warrior and more squirming bundle wrapped in cloth. Your father doesn't smile. Another child means another responsibility in an already unstable time. Welcome to Feudal Japan, where your future was decided long before you ever opened your eyes. Think strict parents are bad? Imagine being born into a samurai family. By the time you're old enough to crawl, your entire life path has already been mapped out. By age 5, while other children are chasing insects and laughing in the dirt, you're being taught how to sit perfectly still. Family shrine visits feel like endurance trials. The incense burns your nose, your legs go numb, and one accidental sneeze earns a glare that promises consequences later. And when you do mess up, like knocking over an offering, your father's expression tells you everything. That mistake just earned you hundreds of extra practice swings. Your first major milestone arrives at 6, the ceremonial haircut. You've seen it happen to other kids, their awkward top knots wobbling as they try not to laugh. Now it's your turn. Goodbye, childhood hair. Hello, instant adult appearance. Your head feels unbalanced, like someone strapped a poorly designed spear to your skull. At least you're allowed to wear hakama now, wide traditional pants that somehow manage to be both dignified and extremely dangerous to walk in. Tripping becomes a daily threat. At 7, life changes completely. Home becomes a distant memory. Welcome to the dojo. Comfort does not exist here. Your new master's first lesson isn't swordplay or combat, it's how to sit. Hours pass in silence as you hold the Caesar position. Your legs scream. Your feet go numb. It feels like invisible needles are stabbing you from the inside. Older students sit effortlessly, calm and unmoving. You, meanwhile, look like you're balancing on hot stones while being attacked by imaginary insects. Then comes the wooden sword. They call it a bokken. You call it the object that exposes your lack of coordination. It feels heavier than your entire body. Drop it, and you're punished with endless squats. While other kids play games, you learn that mistakes come with physical consequences. Training becomes a highlight reel of failure. Slip on the floor, lesson learned, crash into another student, character development. Fall flat on your face during a basic stance. Congratulations, you've invented a new way to bow. Your sensei tells you that even great mountains start as small hills. You strongly suspect he made that up. Winter arrives and the dojo turns brutal. The floor feels like ice, your breath fogs the air. Complaining, of course, is forbidden. That wouldn't be very samurai of you. Meditation becomes a test of survival as your toes slowly freeze. And just when you think it can't get worse, they introduce armor training. Moving in full armor feels like fighting while trapped inside a suffocating metal cage. By 13, you receive your first real sword. Everyone treats it like a sacred moment. No one mentions maintenance. One tiny spot of rust, and suddenly you've dishonored generations of ancestors. The first time you clean it, you slice your palm open. Your sensei calls it a bond between warrior and blade. You call it a sign that maybe origami should have come first. Mounted archery follows. Imagine trying to shoot accurately while riding an animal that finds your struggle hilarious. Your sensei speaks calmly about patience and balance. The horse snorts, clearly entertained. Then comes your genpuku ceremony. New name, new hairstyle, adult responsibilities. Your childhood identity disappears overnight, replaced with a name that probably means something heroic. In reality, you're still trying not to trip over your sword. Your first armor fitting feels like wearing an entire village. Sitting down becomes a challenge. Standing back up is a full event. The craftsman mutters about your unique proportions. You choose to take that as a compliment. Your first battle arrives, and it looks nothing like training. No elegance, no grace, just chaos. Your carefully practiced techniques vanish instantly. Your strategy becomes simple. Survive while maintaining some level of dignity. You quickly learn you can only choose one. Then come clan politics. Imagine high school drama, but every insult carries the threat of violence. Pour tea wrong? Crisis. Bow incorrectly? Crisis. Sit in the wrong place? Immediate crisis. You begin to realize the true enemy isn't rival clans, it's etiquette. Marriage follows. Your future wife is the daughter of a neighboring clan's warrior. The good news? She's skilled. The bad news? She's very skilled. Dinner feels less like romance and more like tactical assessment. You make sure your table manners are flawless. Suddenly you're placed in command of other samurai. They look at you like you have all the answers. You don't. You panic internally while projecting confidence. Somehow it works. Your accidental strategies succeed. People begin calling you a tactical genius. Mistakes now carry weight. Not just your honor, everyone's. During one battle, your horse panics because of a butterfly. Your formation collapses. The enemy is so confused by your chaos that you win anyway. Politics becomes your new battlefield. You'd rather face an army than another formal meeting. At least on the battlefield, enemies are honest. Thankfully, your wife excels here. Turns out Naginata training translates well to verbal combat. Then you become the teacher. You start repeating wise sayings, or inventing them entirely. The bamboo that bends, bends better. They write it down. Age creeps in quietly. Your legendary strikes now come with joint pain. Young warriors challenge you, expecting speed. You defeat them with patience and timing. You're not slower, you're efficient. At least, that's what you tell yourself. One day, you see your reflection in a polished blade. Your hair is silver now. A young warrior challenges you. He's fast, eager, probably trained all morning. You can barely stretch, but experience wins. One move ends it. When he asks how, you smile and say something vague about wisdom and bamboo. You've earned the right to be cryptic. Your final victory isn't a battle, it's a quiet council meeting where you prevent war by embarrassing everyone with stories about their ancestors. You're found one morning sitting peacefully in your garden, sword resting across your lap, posture perfect at last. Your final lesson isn't about combat or honor. It's this: being a great samurai isn't about mastering the sword. It's about surviving long enough to realize most problems don't need one.